mom probably told you that ultra-processed foods aren't that good for you, but you also probably know it's really hard to stop eating them. This is the amount of ultra-processed food we've been buying here in Canada for over the past 80 years or so. It's more than doubled. That's despite scientists calling the rise of these foods a public health threat.
Human beings are not adapted to ultra-processed food.
So what exactly is stopping Canadians from choosing healthier foods, and what can we do about it? One barrier is that sometimes it's hard to tell what's ultra-processed and what's not. Like, everyone can tell this cookie is ultra-processed, but you might not realize that this granola bar with nuts and berries is also. Canada is trying to fix this, beefing up food warning labels for foods that have high saturated fats, sodiums, or sugars. Another issue, affordability. Ultra-processed foods tend to be a lot cheaper than whole foods, and they're easier to prepare. Like, popping this into a microwave is a lot easier than figuring out what to do with this whole squash. Health scientists like David Mott tell me that food literacy is actually quite low in Canada, meaning people don't find it that easy to cook from scratch every day.
What we also need to do is further educate on the nutrition literacy food skills side so that we can take charge of what we consume and how we consume it in the way that we want to consume it.
Canadians also seem to reach for ultra-processed foods when they're short on time or can't really cook at home, according to new data. That's the reality for many people who come to this food bank.
Oftentimes they don't have access to a proper kitchen to safely store and safely prepare fresh foods. So these more convenient options, they're not just more convenient, they're the only option for people depending on their circumstance.
There's also the fact that not all ultra-processed foods are equal. Like, you're gonna get a lot more nutrition-wise out of this whole grains bread than out of this white bread. Researchers say it'll take a combination approach. Food literacy, education, teaching people how to cook, making sure they have the space to cook. But it's also not all up to just you. Governments can, and researchers say should, take action. In Brazil, for example, they have a free school lunch program where 90% of the food that they serve to their kids must be minimally processed, with an emphasis on fresh produce from local farms. Places like Mexico and Chile have also restricted the marketing of unhealthy foods to kids.
We have a great opportunity to address the chronic diseases that we're facing in this country by changing the food system, and we can't just be the last country to do so.